Hello, hello. This is Jen with Jen's Den Art, and I am so excited that we are going to paint today. This is one of those surprise visits for all of you. Come on in, have a seat. Let's have a cup of coffee. I just poured me a new cup of coffee, and I'm ready to paint. Who's ready to paint with me? I'm trying to cut down on my sugar intake, so I added a little bit of heavy whipping cream to my coffee today instead of all of the sugar. It's not the best, but it's something you have to get used to, right? Because we all try to do the right thing. Say hi when you get here. Hello, Judy and Ann. And is it Shallon? Help me out from Mississippi. Shallon, is that right? I like that. If it is right. Hi, Miss Eva. How are you? We missed you. Hi, Linda and Michael and Holly from Pennsylvania. Y'all come on in and say hi. Hi, Miss Pat and Jimmy and Carrie. Middle of making supper. That's what I should be doing right now too, Miss Sandra. Don't remind me. Okay, so this is what we're going to do today. Let me talk to you about what we're going to do. And I'm still waiting to see if I pronounced her name right. Shallon. Yes. Hello from Massachusetts, Melissa. Oh, Ontario, Canada. Hi, Beth. So glad you're here. Okay, so let me talk to you about what we're going to be working on today. I have these blocks of wood that my husband cut for me. It was just like what, a 2x, that's bigger than a 2x4. This is probably what, a 2x6. And it was just laying in the garage. And I was like, hey, can you like cut these into some squares for me? And sand down the areas. He was like, sure. So I have a bunch of these just laying on a shelf in here. And I like to use these to do little paintings with. And I actually do really well with these. These are what I call shelf sitters. I do really well selling these. So I'm going to share with you today a little painting. And I had already started painting this one blue a long time ago, but I think I'm going to paint on this side actually, because this side has some big knots in it. And I don't know. I'm going to think about it. But what I want to show y'all first is we're going to paint a little, let me get my pop-up paint party here. We're going to paint a seagull. And we're painting a seagull because we are in the beginning stages of our prep for our pop-up paint party. And we have a two-sided porch leaner, basically, where you can see this is the spring side. And we practiced painting a bunny the other day. If you missed the live, make sure you catch it. And guys, y'all make sure y'all sprinkle the love for me. I'd really appreciate that. Yes, this is one of those bonus paintings. Hey, everybody. Yeah, tell us if you're a tribe citizen. Tell us if you're coming and joining us for our pop-up paint party. It is going to be March 22nd. The main reason I'm coming on today is not only to do a little practice painting with you, but today's the last day to sign up for $5 off. So you might want to get on that. It's $15 instead of $20. It's going to go up to $20 tomorrow. So this is what we're painting today. Similar to this, not exactly like it. We're going to take this cute little seagull and we're going to practice painting a bird today. So we're going to paint a little seagull on this little shelf sitter. And so basically what I like to do for my pop-up paint parties is I like to give you more than just, this, okay, let's paint this big old piece, all right? I like to give you some practice paintings prior to the actual pop-up paint party so that we can all build our confidence level up together and get through all of those kinks that we might have that we need to work on. So today is March 15th, and today is the last day to get into the pop-up paint party for just $15. Okay? Thank you, Miss Doris. We will help you take care of that. So hi, Kim. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna make myself little because y'all don't need to see my face anymore. I'm gonna make myself little, and we're gonna go to Google, and I'm just gonna type in Seagull. We're gonna pull up a picture. Let me put it on images. Oh, would you look at that first one that pulls up? So let's see. They're all pretty much the same. They're all facing the same way. There's some paintings. Kind of like that one. That one looks pretty good, huh? I'm just grabbing a photo off of Google. Oh, this one's cute. Standing on the little... Yeah, but I don't like the way he's shaped. I like the way this one's shaped. Okay, he's pretty cute right there. So I want one. I'm focusing on one that just has a good side view. This one's really good. So I'm going to, let me see. I don't know how to save it. You think I would know how to do this kind of stuff, huh? Add to. I don't know what I'm adding it to. Share. What does share do? Share. I don't want to copy link. I just want to save the photo. Well, I'm just going to keep it like this then, because I don't know how to download it. It's not giving me an option to download. Oh yeah, it is. Save image. Okay, so I'm going to save this image. I'm not using the photo to do anything more than help me with the shading, and I'm not recreating this photograph. Okay, so y'all, what is the deal with me today? I can't do anything right. I don't know why they want me to add a caption. All right, so I'm going to use this photo just to help me with the shape of the bird and the shading of the bird. Okay, so the rest of it, I'm not trying to recreate this photograph into something, just like it. I'm just going to use it to help me, like I said, with the shape. So I'm going to use a little pin here, and I think I'm going to use this side anyway, because I think this is going to actually look pretty cute. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do at the end of it. So yes, sometimes I turn the picture sideways. Yeah, that's exactly what I just did. So perfect. And I want to show you this too. If you missed the, let me see if I can find it right here. If you missed the pictures, this is the spring side is on the left. The spring side of the porch leaner. It's 36 inches high, by the way. This spring side is on the left, and the summer side is on the right. And today, this is about how big it is. You can see next to me about how big it is. And this board, by the way, this board was gotten from Hobby Lobby, and you can get them for like $17.99, or you could just get a regular board from Home Depot or Lowe's, and you could just cut it down to 3 feet high, and it's 12 inches wide. It's 12 inches wide, okay? So you have a template that is created for you when you sign up, and so yeah, that's what's going on there. Okay, so let's go back to practicing our little birdie. I'm going to do something different with the background. I think this is going to be really cute. Wouldn't this be cute in a one of your little, what do you call those things? Those tier trays. Let's see. I'm going to try to draw him out. Can y'all see me okay? Let's come down some. Let's move him right here so we don't have any glare. Let's try to draw him the best we can. You know, this is the hardest part. Is like, okay, where do you start? Where do you start? I'm looking at his legs. He's going to be a little fatty. I have a very big tendency of making fat birds. So let's see. We're going to make this come up. And then oh, his head's way too big. Don't do that. Now, I do supply templates if you don't want to go the route of drawing. But let's see. No, I'm way off. I'm way off. Okay, give me a minute. Feet. Tail. We want to have enough room for the tail. So I'm going to make the tail come here. All right, let's go this way. And then we're going to come up and around. Okay. There we go. That might be better. Yeah, there we go. Much better. All right, I had to find a starting point, and that was kind of difficult for me. Now, he's super fat and not really long. So, you see how long his body is? I want his body to be maybe a little bit longer. So, I'm going to make this come up just a little bit shorter. All right, we're going to try that. And then we're going to start taking some paints. And let's see, what do y'all want to do for the background? Do y'all want to do something fun for the background? Let me see what y'all are saying. We're going to paint this together, and we're going to have some fun with it. So let me know what you want to do. Yes, you have a template for the entire process. Okay, there's actually a template that's just like a basic single size. And then there's a template that you print it out and it's 12 by 36, like the entire template. You just tape it all together and you have the whole template. It's like a big puzzle. Yeah, I would probably use the template too. Okay. So, because there's so many other components of the painting. What did I put around on the painting? Let's see. Let's do it. Let's make it look kind of like this. So he's standing in some sand, and he has some long grass around him. Okay. So let's do something like that. Let's make this, I don't know, let's take some blues and some greens. Let me grab my paints. Let's take some blues and some greens, and let's have some fun. We are going to make a little seagull standing in the sand, basically. So I'm going to start with some blues, and this is just like a cerulean blue. And yeah, there's so much more going on in the painting that a template is not a bad idea at all. And that's why I provide it. Okay. Just a few seconds of watching you get afternoon on painting. I'll post a tribe helpline. Added one of my pasture paintings. I've had so much trouble today. Aw. Who is that? Terry. Okay, make sure I'm having trouble with my help. My help email. If you go straight to support at email, I'm sorry, let me type it in. Support at jinsdenart.com. There you go. That email will work. We're trying out a new system, y'all. And so there's some, like new things that you have to get used to when you work with a new system. So just be patient with us, and it's going to be much better in the long run once we get all of the kinks out of it. So there's some of y'all who are having trouble, and it's basically just it's not a hard fix. I'm having a lot of success helping people fix it. So we will get there. Okay, so I'm just coming back here and I'm saying, all right, well, I just want to add a little bit more of a blue, like a pretty blue beach sky back here. So that's all I'm doing right now. I'm going to just kind of add some of that to the sides. So who is joining us for I have a lot of y'all actually so far. There's over 200 so far in there. So keep them coming. Get your friends to join you. It's going to be beautiful when you're done. You know it will. We always do. Y'all always do such a great job. So, Terry Brasher. I'm going to write your name down because I'm going to need you're going to have to email us your email address because that's how we're going to help you get in. All right. All right, so I'm just changing the blue that I had back there. If you like the color blue, then, go with kind of that minty blue. We're going to sand this down when we're done too, so. Okay. That's about all I'm going to do with the blue. Get a little bit of that all up in here. Ooh, you see that? How pretty? You can see the wood grain when I did that. That's really pretty. So I'm just going to add a little bit of that. Make it look kind of like a sky back there. I like to keep everything kind of loose and fun. Oh, I almost dipped my paintbrush in my coffee. No, we can't do that. Miss Cheryl says, I love it. We can have all the 4 seasons. It's going to be so much fun. I know. I love it too. I actually keep mine inside because we get so much snow, and I don't have a covered porch on my house, unfortunately. That is the one thing I don't have. I have a beautiful view, but I don't have a covered porch. So I am not going to be putting mine outside. All right, I'm getting the color of the sand that we're going to be using. Let me go over here and get it. It's going to be like an unbleached titanium and kind of like a little bit of brownish in it and some white. So this is what I'm talking about. Unbleached titanium is like a cream color. Okay, it's kind of like a tan. So I'm going to grab just a teeny bit of that because this is a small piece, so we don't need a lot. I'm going to grab just a teeny bit of burnt umber and a teeny bit of, this one's going to be hard to get out because I lost the cap. Y'all, do y'all do that too? How many of y'all on here are painters and you're cap losers to your paints? Am I the only one? Please don't tell me I'm the only one. Okay, so I'm going to have to try to get in here. This is a burnt sienna. Actually, it's raw sienna. There we go. Okay, a little bit of that raw sienna. Y'all see that, how pretty that color is? I always lose the caps. Cindy says she hasn't lost one yet. Well, I don't know. I'm just the basket case when it comes to all of that stuff. All right, so I'm going to wet my paintbrush. I'm using a filbert brush here. I'm going to wet my paintbrush pretty well. And I'm going to grab some of this burnt umber. Can y'all see what I'm doing? Nope, you cannot. So let me move all of this over. I'm going to grab some of this and put my Seagull in here. We haven't gotten to him yet, but I'm just going to kind of make some sand looking area behind him. And you see how transparent my paint is? That's because I used too much water. So I'm going for the Mississippi, Louisiana beach. It's not white sand. It's Grand Isle sand. Let me do the sides as well, just a little bit. I'm keeping this one really loose, y'all, because I don't want you to think that you have to spend an hour just on the bird for the pop-up paint party. I just want to just let you see that you can complete this bird really fast, and it's not going to take forever for you to do. Okay, I'm going to even use my finger, and I'm going to swoosh. Got to get that swoosh going. Y'all know how we are about our swooshes, ladies and gentlemen. I do have some gentlemen that follow me as well. Got to get those swooshes going. Okay, so we're going to start there. And then we're going to clean our paintbrush off, and we're going to start on our Seagull. And our Seagull is going to need mainly black and white and that orange color. Can y'all still, oops. Yeah, y'all can still see it. So let me get my white. And this is just a basic acrylic white. I think it's called titanium white. And then my black, which is just I think it's Mars black. Just a little bit of that. Make sure I cover them up. And I'm going to use the same paintbrush again, because I like it. I like this filbert brush. I'm a very free paintbrush person, so I can pretty much try to use one paintbrush on an entire painting. And let's see how this is going to go. Just going to create the background first. I'm just using white right now. Swoosh, there it is. That's it. That's what we're doing. Okay, just coming in here with a little bit of white around his face. I'm gonna have to put a little bit more. I'm gonna have to add some layers because of that dark blue behind it. It's kind of transparent. He's got a big head, don't you find? We're gonna make his neck a little bit wider. And I think that'll help the look. We're going to have to play with him. This is the stage where you say to yourself, oh my goodness, this is not coming out right. But it is, I promise. Just be patient. Okay, now I'm going to grab some black. I'm going to come back over here. And I'm just basically following this photo. See how right here, right at the bottom, you can kind of see where it's a little bit darker right here. Right in there. And you can see that the feathers kind of go in this direction. So I'm just moving my paintbrush in that direction. And then down here is really, really, really black. So I'm going to go more with a solid black color. I'm going to come back with a little bit of gray. I'm still using the same paintbrush, y'all. Have not switched. Okay, so you see how this area right here, it looks like those white feathers come on top of him. So I am going to clean the tip of my paintbrush off just a little bit. And I'm going to grab mostly white. I didn't clean it in the water. I just grabbed mostly white paint. And I'm going to I need a little bit of paint, not a lot. I'm going to kind of draw brush right in here and kind of swoosh in. Give it a little softness right over the edge. See how cute he is already? There's a little, like, I don't even know if I'm really concerned about that. There's a little lip right here in his feathers. But that's not a real big concern for me because I'm not trying to be really, really perfect. Okay. That's about as perfect as he's going to get when it comes to all of this. I'm really doing just a rough job. I need some more white on my palette. And I'm going to make his little white tip on his tail. Keeping it loose. Now I'm probably going to go down to a smaller brush now because I'm going to the face. And let me just do a little bit more of this white right here. Make it pointed. I'm probably going to go down to a smaller brush. That was Michael trying to call me. I didn't tell him I was going to do a surprise live today, so he's probably wondering why I hung up on him. But he pretty much knows now. If I don't answer, it's because I have a pretty good reason not to answer. Okay, so there we go. What do y'all think so far? Sprinkle, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Kind of looks like a duck. Absolutely. Well, they do have a lot of resemblance to them. A seagull and a duck. They really do. So now let's look at the top right here. Okay, look at that beautiful face that he's got. So I'm going to grab a much smaller paintbrush. You see what I'm using here? Something that I can play with. And I need to get up one more time because I need some orange or like a yellowy color. Let's see. This is probably the color that I want. It's called Indian Hue. Indian Yellow Hue. Yeah, that's a pretty color. It's kind of like a golden color. I think it might work. It might be a little bit too orangey, but we're going to try to make it work. I can add a little bit of white to it and see what happens. Ah, nice. That yellow comes out in it when you add some white to it. So this is a really beautiful color. It's called Indian Yellow Hue from Golden. And this is a golden open paint, y'all. I really like these paints. Have y'all ever used Golden Open? They're kind of transparent, but they're slow drying acrylic naturally. So you can move them on your painting surface really easy. All right. Going in there. While I'm in this orange, let's look at his legs. Well, that's pretty easy. They're just going to go straight down. I just need to make sure they're kind of, notice where they are in relation to the body and the neck. So always make yourself, I learned this a long time ago when I was hunting with my dad, okay? I know this is going to sound crazy, but I grew up hunting and fishing in Louisiana. And we used to go dove hunting. And when we would go dove hunting and I would shoot a dove that was flying in the air, it would fall in the field in the tall grass. Okay. And he would always tell me, okay, and I'm sure y'all do this too. Find where it fell, look directly behind it, and find some type of access point that you can always go back to, and you have that line of sight, so you can find, your dove. And so I say that because I am using an access point right now, while I'm painting this, and I'm using the back of his neck. The back of his neck is directly in line with the first leg. Okay, so that gave me a very good indication of where I wanted to start putting my legs to come down. And I'm not really worried about the foot. I have no idea what the foot is supposed to look like because you can't really see it. It's like that. But you want to have like some kind of point of reference, basically. And we're going to cover some of this up with some grass anyway, so I'm not really worried about his little feetsies that much. Ooh, a seagull. We'll have to watch the replay. Hi, Carlotta. Can you get golden from Blick? Absolutely, you can. Under tornado watch. Oh, goodness. It's snowing and raining right now over here. Okay, so let's go back up and let's focus on his face. I'm going to pull it in. I see some red. Let me grab some red. I need some red. Red. This is good. This is just a pyrrole red. Just a basic old red. And I need like that much. I need very, very, very little. You can't even see how much I put on my palette. I'm going to get me a even smaller paintbrush. This is a little bitty paintbrush. I'm going to grab that red and I'm going to mix it in this yellow. See a little bit right there. And I see a little bit right there. And then I'm going to create this eye. Now I need a reference for that eye, so it's kind of like, not quite. Let's try right there. That looks like a pretty good spot for that eye. What do y'all think? I'm going to put black in the middle. And white and yellow around the edge. I need to make it a little bit bigger. And then I'm going to play with him a little bit. we need to add a lot more to him because I don't like what I'm seeing right now. So this is going to be the hardest part. Okay. I have yellow on my paintbrush, and I should not. I want more of a gray on my paintbrush. I'm trying to get a good movement going and kind of dry brushing. We're going to fix that eye. Don't worry. The eye is not good at all. So we're going to add some more to him because he needs a lot of work right now. We're going to add some more white. And then we're going to pull that white into the beak and come right over the beak right there. And then we're going to eye pop. I need a bigger center. Trying to mix up that gray. See how big my paintbrush is now? There we go. Okay, the eye needs a little bit more work. So my thought is it needs to come out just a little bit. Now he looks like he has mascara on. It might be a girl. You never know. But looks much better. Let's get some extra fun in here. Going all out. Now I'm just playing. I'm just adding some extra strokes just because I like to do that. And just kind of blend in some things. Now, he looks a lot better. Wow, guess I will catch the replay. Xena, it might be because of the weather we have here right now. We have a snowstorm happening. So even though I sent out the text message a while ago, that might have something to do with it. We are getting hammered right now with wind and rain and snow all at the same time. Okay, so I'm good with my little seagull. What do y'all think? Now, I'm not done with everything else. We're going to have a little more fun. Let me clean off my paintbrushes so I don't lose them. Even though he doesn't really look like the one in the photo, he looks cute enough to me. You know what? You could probably make his beak come up just a teeny tad bit, like right here. You could come up maybe just a little bit more. Make it a little bit fatter. Just a little bit. And that might make a little difference. All right, let's go with some greens. I've got a permanent green light. Let's see if that color is going to be pretty. He has the cutest face. It takes a while to work on him. Like, don't be surprised if I go back and I'll work on him some more, because I'm seeing this area. I want y'all to notice something. See this area on his neck that's shaded? Oops, y'all probably can't see what I'm doing. See this area on his neck that's shaded right there? I don't have that shading line, okay? So that's something that I would probably spend a little bit more time on, which I am going to spend a little bit more time on right now. I'm just going to kind of make that line. And that line is going to be created by smoothing out and then creating that contrast between the two areas. And kind of smoothing them out. So this I want to be more of a stark white. Okay. Now he kind of has a little bit of a neck there, which was not visible before. All right. Okay, green grass. Let's do some green. I'm going to use a palette knife because we're going to be using a palette knife on a lot. Oh, no, not for this side. We're going to be using an angle brush for this side. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So this is an angle brush. Okay, see it has a little angle to it. All right, so this is what we're going to do. I'm going to take some of these greens. I have 2 greens on my palette, and I'm going to wet my angle brush. And I'm just going to kind of, ooh, that's a pretty green. See how bright that is? I'm going to mix it with this other green. And that's a very, very bright color. So I'm going to calm it down with a little bit of white. Ooh, isn't that pretty? Very, very pretty. It's got almost got a bluish tint to it. Let's add a little bit of black. See what happens. All right, perfect. All right, so I'm going to go from the bottom and I'm going to swoosh up. Okay, so let me show you what I'm doing. I'm making some little weeds. I'm pushing down and then I'm swooshing up. I'm pushing down, I'm swooshing up. Pushing down, swooshing up. I'm going to do that for a few. Let's make some come up here. I don't want to cover him too much because he's super cute, but I don't like his feet. So you know what you do when you don't like something? You just kind of cover it up with some grass. That's the trick to being a great artist. If you don't like something that you painted, just cover it up. Just make it look a little different. So I'm going to swoosh up, swoosh up. I added a little bit of yellow to my paint, and then there we go. He's just about done. I don't want this grass to come in his face, but I do want to have maybe just a few little swooshes here and there. kind of cover it up a little bit. And then let's just kind of ground it a little bit more. There we go. A little bit of fun. Doesn't have to be perfect. Use my finger. Add a little bit. There we go. There we go. I think we're done. What do you think? I think he's pretty cute. So that's about as specific as we're going to get with him. We're not going to make him any more. He sure does look nice, though. I think he's cute, too. So, hello, Miss Denise. We're glad you're here. So this is our cute little seagull that we're going to be painting in our pop-up paint party. There's a little practice for you there. I put him in the sand. This is what he looks like on this piece here. Actually, let me show you. Let me show you. There he is right there. He's got a longer beak in this one. We might have to make him a longer beak. He's cute, though. So, yeah, we're going to be painting a seagull on this pop-up paint party. We're going to be painting a rabbit. And I'm also going to give you the option to paint a, if you want, instead of the rabbit on the spring side, this is a big church up here. Instead of the rabbit, I'm going to give you the option to paint a lamb as well, because that's what I had initially painted, and then I didn't like it, so I changed it to a rabbit. And so, yeah, so it starts on March 22nd at 5 p.m. Central every night. The link is in the description. And today, March 15th, is the last day to get $5 off. It's the early bird special sign up. So come on over and join us. We would love to have you. And I want to thank you all for coming on and watching us paint this cute little seagull. I'm going to have to do a big painting of a seagull because they're super cute. All right, guys. I'm reading all your comments. Yay, Kim! So glad you're here. Now remember, everything is going to be taking place in the private Facebook group. Okay? Everything's going to be taking place in the private Facebook group. So make sure you ask to join the group. All right, guys. See y'all later. Bye.